G'day gang, this is Tommy Kendi Unfiltered. Welcome back to another episode. I am Tommy Kendi and I'm your host for this mighty fine episode. Welcome back. Imagine if every day was the first day of the rest of your life. How awesome would that be? Well, would it be awesome? I mean, look, who knows, but this is what we're talking about today. How epic would it be if every day you woke up and you literally just had this beginner's mind for the day? And I've been thinking about this a lot lately, especially, I mean, I'm not going to say how long, but I think I get reminded of this so often where it's like, imagine if I didn't have any of the fears or if I didn't have any of the stuff coming up and I could just go ahead and do shit without any fear. And so it's that essence of things, like coming into every day with a beginner's mind, like it's the fucking first day of the rest of your life. How epic would that be? And I know I've said it 3 times, but I'm saying it would be epic. And the main reason is these are the essence behind why I'm doing the episode based on the first day of the rest of your life is there's so many qualities that would enrich our days, our lives, if we woke up with a beginner's mind every single morning. And one of the key things for that is curiosity. I mean, if we woke up every day and it was the first time we woke up and we just landed in this body, imagine the amount of curiosity we would have for everything. You know, you would wake up and you'd be like, wow, what's going on here? Like the level of presence you would have, like looking at your room or feeling your bed. Like as soon as you woke up, it's just like, whew, wow, so much going on. There's like light everywhere. There's darkness. There's little shadows. There's the feeling of being in bed, of the skin touching the bed. Is it comfortable? Is it not comfortable? You know, getting up. Like, what's your body doing? The level of curiosity you would have if you just every morning woke up with a brand new experience of your life, your world, and even your body, your mind. Like every time a thought came in, you'd be sitting back thinking, what the hell is that going in and out through my mind? There's thoughts coming in, and what are they? Why is that thought coming in? That's so weird. And having this level of incredible presence in your life would make such a big difference. And I know that as soon as I thought about this, I was thinking to myself, man, so many things would change. The level of innocence, and I've spoken about innocence before, where you know that the innocence that a 2-hour or 5-hour or 2-day, 5-day, even a 1-month-old baby has. That level of innocence, you look into their eyes and you just see nothing but total presence. They're looking out at the world thinking, well, not even thinking, they're just exploring everything. Wow, that's like this, that's like that. And being so incredibly vibrant in terms of accepting information in. All the information, the trees, the emotions that, you know, when people come up to you, that like feeling into the energy of what that is. Babies would 100% feel like if someone walked in super angry, they would feel that. And that's why when people with a shitty energy walk into a room where there's a little bubs, they'll start bawling straight away, going, get this fucking energy away from me. I don't want any of this. Or if someone walks in pure presence and love and connection and being in service, you know, how does that change a baby? You know, so that level of innocence where we would look at each day as literally the first day of the rest of your fucking life. How powerful is that? And I reckon it's incredibly powerful because I've been trying it. I did it this morning for the first time. Well, not for the first time, but I did it this morning in a really conscious way. And me and Nick were down in Cape Shank. We went down, that's in Melbourne, just down the coast. if you're not from Melbourne. But yeah, went down to Cape Schanck, stayed at a nice little resort, just had a night away, and it was so cool just waking up thinking, man, this is the first day of the rest of my life. And it was a great time to do it because we weren't in our bed, we weren't in our room. And I made sure I woke up. I looked outside, opened the door, felt the breeze, looked outside, looked over the ocean, looked at the trees, the animals, the birds. I was watching birds, just do their thing, flying so close to the earth. So many things I noticed just simply by having the presence of living the first day of the rest of my life. And so in that, what came with that when I started being present and noticed this level of innocence and curiosity, what came with that was also courage. I was courageous enough to do the things that I wanted to do today. I was courageous enough just to do them because I felt to do them. And I was courageous enough to go, you know what, if I make this happen today, maybe tomorrow when I wake up for the first day of the rest of my life tomorrow, then it'll be a little bit easier than what it was today. And having courage to do the things that you just want to do. I mean, think about how many things that you've had come up in your life where you haven't done them because of what you thought the outside world would think, or you haven't done them because you're worried about what people will think, or you're worried about what that will create in your life. But if this was the first day of the rest of your life and you had an idea, you'd be thinking, you'd be like, fuck yeah, I'm going to do that. Why wouldn't I? Like, it's a great idea. Why wouldn't I just go do it? And the reason we don't do things most of the time is as soon as we have a great idea, our egoic mind, which I spoke about in the last episode, all about belief systems and whatnot, but all our belief systems, they creep up and they're there to fucking stop us from living our truth, living our authentic nature. And so when we wake up and we get this epic idea, and usually we do, and you know what, I reckon as a humanity or as a society, we've basically trained ourselves that when we get an idea, it's just like, dude, forget about it. There's no chance you'd be doing that. What's Cock and Balls going to think? What's Joe Blogs down the road going to think? And even if they didn't think anything, like if I wanted to do it anyway, then how can I do it? I don't have the resources. I don't have the money. I don't have the time. I've got to look after my kids. I've got to look after the family. And there's no way even my wife or my husband would even let me. I'm just going down the rabbit hole because that's what happens in a blink of an eye in this fucked up mind of ours. And so imagine if none of that was there and you had this idea and you went, yeah, do you know what? I just need to embark on a little bit of courage and then go do it and do what you have to do. As soon as you have an idea, you think about it, you're like, yep, cool, great idea. I love it. Let's go do it. Anything, whatever it might be. And you would have minimal fear. The fear wouldn't be there because this is the first day of the rest of your life. The fear wouldn't even be there because you haven't experienced fear based on that particular idea or that particular intention or that particular attraction, whatever you're attracted towards. Like even in, that's even with attraction around not just people, but attraction towards certain things. You know how sometimes there's a part of you that's attracted to a certain experience or attracted to even a tree or a certain plant or a certain animal. You're attracted and you come across people and, you're attracted to certain people when you meet people in the street or in your job or even friendships, whatever. There's certain people that you're attracted to that stand out and you're like, I wonder why. I wonder what's going on in there. And it doesn't mean you have to go have a sexual experience with them. I reckon... and I think there was some study done in this, but I can't remember whether it was an actual study or whether it's just my messed up head. But I reckon most people initially would walk past someone when you meet other human beings and your first thought that comes in, or even if it's subconscious, is, could I have but it's not. I'm not trying to make it dirty, but could I mate with this other human being, as in create what's it called? Create like offspring. You know, are they a worthy person to create offspring with? And I'm pretty sure they did do some study that showed that's the first thing that when humans meet each other, that's what happens. As soon as they see each other, it's like, can I create offspring with this person? If the answer is no, then they get slot into certain parts of their life. But that's with humans. But even with situations or experiences or animals and trees. I mean, what is it? Why is it that some people we're attracted towards, or some things we're attracted towards, and other things we aren't? And I believe that a big part of that is that if we lived in a totally innocent and present and courageous way, whatever we're attracted to, we would explore that. We wouldn't push that away. There's no reason to push that away, because by pushing it away, we're not allowing ourselves to explore life fully. And the only way I believe to explore life fully is to explore all the things that you're attracted to, whatever they are. Go see, like, what is going on there? Why is that there? And how do I find out what's there for me? And who knows what that thing is and why that thing is? You won't find out until you get there. But that's what I was going to say before, is I believe that part of that is like this destiny type of or this soul. Maybe it's the soul drawing us towards something and showing us the path forward. Could it be destiny? Yes, it could. When we're attracted towards something, there has to be a reason behind it, and if that reason is quite deep and most of the time it will be. If it's a deep attraction, we have to find out why. And you might be listening to this, and you might relate to this attraction towards a thing, an experience, a person, a job, whatever it might be. Go fucking explore it. It's not scary. By exploring it, it's not like you don't have a choice anymore. All you're doing is exploring it. And if you want to create those things where you take the blinkers off and you take the blinders off and you go out into the world and you see, and you want to create those things that draw you in, the way to do that is to start with is live like this is the first day of the rest of your life. There is no fear. Even if fear creeps up, just remind yourself, how do I live this? How do I live today like it's the first day of the rest of my life? Man, even if you just did that one day a week, fuck, wouldn't that be a change? Wouldn't that be a really cool shift? Wouldn't that create some momentum? Because even if once a week you go towards the things that matter to you, even if it takes a little bit of courage, do it in a way where this is the first day of the rest of your life. This is the first time you've experienced this. Be curious. And that curiosity, that innocence, I believe that innocence is the key to us exploring a really adventurous and fucking cool life. That innocence, that baby-like innocence. It's like, wow. And even try that tomorrow morning when you wake up, or if you've already woken up and you're listening to this in the morning, even as you're listening, like, look around, see where you are. Even if you're driving, imagine if this is the first time you've ever driven, or if you're walking and you've got me in your headphones. Imagine this is the first time you felt breeze and wind on your face, and this is the first time you felt the breeze on your arms or the clothes that are on your body. How does it feel? How does your breath feel moving in and out? As you're listening, what's it like to listen to my voice? Man, imagine having that in your ear fucking 24/7. I reckon I'd get annoyed at myself. But, sorry, my bad. I didn't want to ruin the vibe. But it's like, what is it? Experience, you're not just a fucking robot, guys. I'm not a robot. You're not a robot. We're here to do things, and if you even if this is just a great reminder to live one day a week, that's not much. One day a week, even if it's a morning a week where you wake up and you're like, cool, this is the first day of the rest of my life. How is that going to change? It's going to change things so dramatically. It's going to change your conversations. When people are talking to you, you will actually listen. If it's the first conversation you've ever had, you're hearing the words. It's like, wow, where are these words coming from? You know, how can they just talk like that? Like, I'm really simplifying it and really going back down to the obviousness of things. But what if there was no reason for people to be the way that they are? They are just the way that they are. And we accepted that and felt empathy or felt, explore the courage. It's the key things that roll out of this this episode is presence through innocence. You know, presence through innocence. Fucking oath, awesome. Courage. And courage, courage is a big one, because even the word courage says that we have to do something that's the opposite, or we have to stay away from something the opposite of courage, which is not doing anything or just being fearful. Opposite of fear is courage. Yeah, there you go. So being fearful, but courage would just be the normal way of being, because that's just how we are. We're attracted towards something and we just go towards it. That's courage, isn't it? And you do what you have to do to explore it and be super curious about it. And there it is. And then there's minimal fear around the whole thing. And the fear is what obviously is the thing that stops us from doing most things. Even in the in human interaction, we quite often don't say what we actually want to say, or we skirt around it because there's a level of fear of how that will be accepted, or how that will be received. And so having conversations, do your conversations from a place of courage, from minimal fear. Hey, this is what I'm feeling, this is what I'm experiencing, and there you go, there you have it. Or, I don't know why, but, I think I mentioned it to you guys a while ago that, the first time I started practicing this type of work, me going into a cafe and just writing about people just because I felt attracted towards that type of work. And I did it, and I spent hours in cafes just with a pen and a notepad, writing about people. And then that one day where I walk up to that woman and said, hey, I'm just practicing this stuff. This is what I got about you. And it was the most beautiful moment. She was bawling. I can't believe, how'd you know that? Da, da, da. But I'm not saying that because I'm so special or whatever. I'm saying that because there's been moments in my life, many, many moments, where I followed that attraction towards certain experiences, and I was curious about it. And you can have all the excuses in the world. I'm too busy. Who's fucking got time for that? I got kids. I got this. I got that. I got the other. That's all great. You can have all those things and have all the distractions. But what if it was one morning a week, one day a week, where even with those distractions, you went into those distractions like it was the first day of your life? How cool would that be? Like, things that you fucking hate, how do you know you hate them if it's the first day of the rest of your life? Things that piss you off, people that piss you off, how do you know they piss you off if it's the first day of the rest of your life? How do you know that the foods you eat are the foods you actually like, and you're not just in a pattern to do that? I'm going to do, I can't believe I'm saying it because now I have to stick to it, but I'm going to do a water fast at some point. I've heard so many great things about it, and the only reason I want to do it, not because other people are doing it, but I'm genuinely curious to see whether I can get through a 4 or 5 day water fast. I mean, I've never done that. I've never just lived on water for 4 or 5 days, but I'm curious to see, one, whether I can do it, two, if I do it, how long will I last, and three, how I would feel if I literally just drank water for 4 days. And obviously I'll do some research, I'll prep and whatever else, but these are the things that are there for us to experience. All the things, there'll be so many things in your head right now where, or in your thing that keep popping up. It's like, fuck, I wouldn't mind trying that. Oh, I wouldn't mind doing that. Oh, I'd love to tell this person how I feel. Or if there's a person that keeps coming up, it's like, I haven't spoken to this person for 2 or 3 years. It's the first day of the rest of my life. Oh, there you go. It's the first day of the rest of my life, and all I want to do is, I'm attracted to speak to this person, so I'm going to go to my phone and call them and just tell them, hey, what's going on? How are you? I've been thinking about you, and what's happening, man? What's going on, bruh? You know, things like that. There's so many things. It's all available to us. Life is there to live, and I think life is going to be better enjoyed if we live every day from a place of presence, innocence, that baby-like innocence, courage, and we just look at the obvious and just do what we need to do, and there'll be minimal fear because you've already chosen that for yourself. So there you go, guys. Glad we got through all that. I'm super happy we got through all that because this is great reminder for me, and it's been a really special thing to talk about because I've really had a fucking cool day today by really reminding myself of this beginner's mind, the first day of the rest of my life, and it's been really, really cool, and I hope that you get something out of it too. Also, what else have I got to talk to you about? Oh yeah, I've and even this past week or whatever, I've been meeting with some really cool people and got some great things that I'm working towards in 2024. Then the first one will be in March, so I won't say too much about it yet. But I've got something really cool coming up in March, and I'm really excited to share it with you. First off, we're going to roll it out in Melbourne, but who knows where else that's going to go, but it'll be very, very cool. Otherwise, yeah, I don't know. I've got a bunch of messages from you guys this week, all the listeners. Thank you for all the people that are writing reviews and giving 5 stars to the potty. Really, really appreciate it. And it really does help getting the message out because, you know, the more people that review or click that 5-star thing, the more... I was going to say, yeah, the more people it gets thrown out to, and I'm sure that there's a bunch of gold in there somewhere. Most of the episodes have something of gold, so I'm really excited that I'm part of this movement. Oh man, how cool! You know what? There's this guy that I'm just in my study, which basically overlooks my street up the front. And there's this really cool guy. He's got like white hair that walks past all the time. And he just walked past, and that sort of reminded me, I'm going to go fucking chat to him because every time I see him, I'm like, he looks like such a cool, wise old dude. Anyway, I've got to go before he walks too far off, and I'm just going to go, hey, dude, I've seen you walking around, and I reckon you're a cool dude, and I just want to chat to you. So there you go. I'm living the dream. See you guys. I'm going to go chat to the guy with the white hair. Bye.